What's up, movie buff? Gonna talk to you today about Green Book. This is definitely Oscar bait movie. I usually hate movies like that, or I won't say hate. I don't get into movies like that as much. Being with Caitlin, though, she has kind of opened my eyes to more movies with more depth than just the popcorn flicks, like your Fast and Furious or your Marvel movies or whatever. So I do watch more now. This is Viggo Mortensen, and also you have Mahershala Ali in this movie. This movie is very deep. This movie will tug at your heartstrings. This movie might make you cry. Director Peter Farrelly, exquisite storytelling, filming, the way it was shot, how it was shot, the pace of the movie, everything just works in perfect harmony. Basically, you've got this guy that I really relate to, and Viggo Mortensen, and he's a bouncer at this, the Copa Club, and he's like the head bouncer type guy. He's very hands-on, if you like to put it that way, and I bounce as well, so I can definitely relate to certain ways he handles situations. But he kind of gets in, I wouldn't say he gets in trouble, the Copa gets in trouble, and he's looking for work. And basically, he's he knows a guy, that kind of deal. And hey, I found this guy who wants to, it's a doctor, he wants you to drive him around, chauffeur him. And he's like, hey, cool, whatever, dollar's a dollar. Well, he goes in, he's looking, hey, I'm looking for Dr. Shirley. And, Mahershala Ali's like, on this throne in all white with like this gold on, and he's just like, ultra prima donna diva. And Viggo Mortensen's like, okay, you're not a doctor, you're a musician, and there's all this, and he's basically, I need you to accompany me to be my driver and to be my, my bodyguard, my basically like a personal assistant in a way, in the Deep South. And Mahershala Ali is black at this time. The Deep South was not as friendly as it is now. So he's foreseeing some problems, and he doesn't want any problems. Mahershala Ali is very hands off when it comes to that. He believes violence solves nothing, which in the movie there is a lot of lessons to be learned for Viggo Mortensen, because he realizes, he could be right. I mean, violence really can only go get you so far. And, the movie is about their journey, really. It's these guys that are from so different options of the spectrum, and them coming together and have to be around each other and kind of like learn from each other in a way. And it is a movie that talks about race, and there's a lot of deep things that go on in this movie. But unlike a lot of movies that play the race card, this is not let's beat down the white man and let's make him race. There's a lot of things that they did so well to see both sides of each character. And I love that. I love that there wasn't ultra racist against white. It wasn't ultra racist against black. It wasn't this side is the only way and this is the only way to think. You see from each one of their perspectives. And, Mahershala Ali, he's basically caught in the middle. If I'm not black enough and I'm not white enough, what am I? He's a very lonely person that keeps to himself and doesn't even involve himself with his own family. He's a super successful guy, but he's just lonely and he doesn't have anything. And, Tony, on the other hand, he's got a family, he's got all this, and everyone loves him. He's a fun town guy, everyone respects him. But, he's also been indoctrinated to think a certain way, and that is changed by, certain things that he encounters on the road, with Dr. Shirley. And basically, he's performing for these rich white people that he's really only a token black guy in all honesty. And he's like, how can he shake their hand like that? They won't even let him eat at their table. And this, one of the guys in the band, he's basically saying, because it takes courage to change a man's heart. And, that really sums up the movie. it's a terrific movie. It's going to be up for Oscars in all categories. I mean, fantastic acting, fantastic storytelling. I loved it. Definitely go see. Definitely 10 out of 10. The pacing, like I said, was great. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. It was just perfect. There's so many comedic moments in it, all through this deep storytelling. You've got these comedic beats through with Tony and Dr. Shirley the whole time, and it was just great, man. We both loved it, so definitely check it out. Until next time, see you at the movies.